All right, what's up guys? Hey, in this video, I'm gonna freaking change your freaking life. I'm gonna show you exactly why you are struggling to lose weight. I'm gonna show you exactly why you're struggling with happiness, why you're struggling with making money, why you're struggling with being consistent. I'm gonna show you exactly the root cause of everything that is going on in your life. And listen guys, pay attention. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Take notes. This is so freaking amazing. So listen guys, on the board, I have a picture of your mind. I want you to understand the root cause of what's going on, okay? This is your head, this is your body, this is the result of where you're at, okay? In your head, I want you to cut your head in half, okay? You have your conscious mind, okay? Your conscious mind, and down below you have your subconscious mind, which is your emotional mind, okay? Your conscious mind is only about 5%. You're only about 5% consciously aware throughout the day. It's crazy. Pay attention. The subconscious mind, 95%, it's your emotional mind. It accepts everything. Your conscious mind, you have the ability to accept what I'm saying, neglect what I'm saying, or completely reject what I'm saying. Most of the time we reject what others are saying because we're closed-minded. What does closed-minded mean? It means we're not open, we're not coachable, and whatever somebody else is saying, it's going against their belief system, which we're gonna get to in a second. I'm gonna show you why it's so uncomfortable to change. And listen, 95% of all of your thoughts and behaviors and actions are happening without you being consciously aware. They're happening below on autopilot, okay? They're happening without you knowing them. And you must understand that you're having anywhere from 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day. 90% of those thoughts are from yesterday, and around 90% of those thoughts are negative, right? Based on what we're plugging into, right? Our paradigm, our belief system, okay? And most of the world is spitting out negative. News, radio, most things are focused on the worst outcome. Pay attention here. Now listen, guys. This is everything, okay? Now, you are trying to lose weight. You must understand that the root cause to everything is you're becoming exactly what you think about, okay? What you think about most, you are becoming. I'm gonna show you exactly why, okay? And I promise you, after this video, you're gonna wake up a little bit. You're gonna become more aware of why you are or are not getting the results that you want. And again, this applies to not only fitness, losing weight, but this applies to everything, okay guys? Again, the root cause is your thinking. Now, in your subconscious mind, you have all of these limiting beliefs. You have your worldview, your perspective on money, your perspective on food, your perspective on everything, religion, God, you name it, okay? And where did all of these beliefs come from? These beliefs came from your environment. They came from your parents, your friends, your circle, your teachers. And most of your beliefs in your subconscious mind, they came when you were a child. During childhood, okay? This is when most of your paradigm, your belief system, your subconscious was formed when you were a child. And most people are carrying all of their limiting beliefs, including myself, right? I still have a lot of things I gotta work on. But I promise you, this will change everything. Most people are carrying all their limiting beliefs from their childhood, and they aren't even yours. They came from somebody else. You weren't born with them, you inherited them. But listen, guys, you must understand that your thoughts create the way that you feel, okay? And your feelings create actions, and your actions then create results. And your results reinforce what you're doing, okay? So if we're going to change anything, if we want to change the result of where we're at right now, and we want to go here, well, let's work our way backwards, guys. What's going on here? Well, based on what we're plugging into, right? Plugging into, most people are plugged into the same thing over and over, right? The work, 8 to 10 hours a day, 40 to 60 hours a week, the same people, right? The same circle, the same environment, the same radio that they've been plugging into forever, the same Spotify, the same podcast, the same news, the same everything, okay? Which is forming, right? Over and over through repetition, which is being dumped into the subconscious mind, creating more beliefs, right? Based on what you're plugged into. But listen, guys, you must understand that your subconscious mind, these limiting beliefs on the way that you view money, right? Most people don't believe they're good enough. Most people don't believe they can get a certain result, okay? It doesn't matter what you say right here consciously with me, right? Oh, I believe in myself. Do you? Because most people don't believe in their self, okay? You must understand that these limiting beliefs are creating thoughts, okay? Thoughts, 60 to 90,000 thoughts a day. 90% of those thoughts you're unaware of, okay? They're creating vibrations in the body. You are nothing but energy, frequency, and vibration. That's all we are, okay? Your thoughts are creating feelings. What are feelings? Feelings, you're feeling the vibrations in your body, all right? And if you're having negative limiting beliefs, if you're having negative thoughts that are on repeat, you're not going to feel good. You're going to feel down. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to feel doubt and worry. You're going to feel anxiety. You're going to feel all of these feelings. Why? Because you're having 60 to 90,000 thoughts, and most of them are negative, coming from your limiting beliefs that somebody else gave you. You keep repeating them. Your vibrations are no good. They're down, they're low. The action, it's creating the action, right? The thoughts are creating feelings, which are either leading you into action or no action, or into the right action or the wrong action, which is leading to the result. And what we're trying to do is change this result. So how do we change the result? Listen, you can force yourself. You can force yourself to eat off a piece of paper. You can force yourself by taking the shot to lose weight. You can force yourself to do all of these things. All of these different paths, they do work, right? But if you skip the process, you're always going to come right back to where you were. If you lose weight fast and you didn't learn anything and you don't have any understanding, you're going to come right back to where you were. You must go through the process. So let's work our way backwards. How do we change this result? Well, we have to change the action. These are all effects. Everybody's over here trying to change the result. They're trying to change and force the action. They're trying to force all of the effects. You can't just change that. You've got to change the root cause. So if I'm going to change the action, I've got to change the vibrations, the way that I'm feeling in my body. How do I change the way that I'm feeling that are coming from my thoughts? Well, how do I change my belief system? Because my belief system is what is producing the thoughts and feelings that I'm having on everything that I do. Well, I have to control what I'm plugging into. 5% of my day. What you must become obsessed. You must make this a priority, because what you are plugging into right now is not giving you the outcome that you want. And you keep plugging into the same thing over and over, getting you to the result where you're at, and you keep repeating Groundhog Day. Guys, you got to see this. Groundhog Day is happening. So you must take charge of what you are plugging into, right? You must plug into people that have what you want, right? You must start to emulate. You must plug into new people and new information. New people, new information through repetition, so that you can start to change these limiting beliefs, so that you can form new ideas, right? Through new ideas, through repetition, you can form new beliefs. You got to get rid of this is what I mean by you got to change you, right? Fit within, from the inside out. You are projecting your reality. You are projecting everything based on what is going on in your subconscious mind. And mind you, again, 95% of all of your thoughts, all of your feelings are happening without you even knowing them. You inherited all of your beliefs. You adopted all of your beliefs, okay? This is how you work. There is no and if or buts, guys, okay? This is how you work. And if you're going to change the result, you've got to change the root cause. And the root cause is what you are plugging into, right? Your belief system. You must change this. So you must get obsessed, make it a priority. And through repetition each and every day, there is no 10-day fix or 21-day fix, right? It could be 100 days. It could be 3 months. It could be 6 months. It could be whenever. It depends on how much repetition you are doing, tied with emotion, right? Environment and mind. Environment and mind. You must start to understand that whatever you are plugging into is forming more of the same thing that is already going out, leading you into the same action, the same result. If we're going to change the result, you got to change the action. But before you change the action, we got to change the vibration. Before we change the vibration, which is an effect, we got to change the thoughts that are coming from the beliefs. We must plug into new information, new people, expand our awareness, okay? Expand our mind. Listen, there's 3 planes of reality that we live on. Awareness, spiritual. You must become aware of what you're not aware of. And that's what we're doing on this video. You're probably not aware of why you're getting the same result. You're probably not aware of how you actually work, Okay? You must become aware of that. Then we can start to change the thinking, the mind that is producing the action, that is producing the effect, the results. The physical plane, the physical doesn't change till last. Okay? You gotta work your way from top down. Awareness, and then we got mind. How does the mind work? And then we got physical, guys. This is the only way to change. If you go out of order, it is a matter of time before you go right back to where you were. So what limiting beliefs are you holding on to? Where they come from? What is your limiting belief on money? What is your beliefs on money? Do you think that you can only make so much? Do you put a cap on yourself? Do you not believe that you can lose weight? Do you believe in yourself? Do you not think that you are good enough? What is your belief in religion? Where are all of these beliefs coming from? They came from someone else, but you have to wake up. You have to start to realize that you are living somebody else's lie. You are living somebody else's truth. You are living somebody else's life. What do you want? Start to control what you are plugging into. New people, new information through repetition. It can only happen with repetition, especially tied with emotion. Okay? If you tie it with more emotion, right? Like your why do you want to do something? Right? You're God's highest form of creation on this earth. You can have anything in the world that you want. You can do, you can be, you can have. If you understand how this works, it doesn't happen by accident. And if it does happen by accident, you do win the lottery. Most likely, you're going to lose it. You must go through the process of understanding, of becoming more aware. And it starts with understanding who you are, how you work, what you're capable of, shifting what you are plugging into, shifting and changing your belief system so that you can change the thoughts, the feelings, the vibrations that you're having in the body, change the action, and so that you can lead to a new result and keep the results. And then from there, guess what? You repeat the process. You keep plugging into new information, new people, expanding your mind, expanding your awareness. The mind changes. You see a completely new reality, a reality that's been there the whole time, but you couldn't see because your mind wouldn't let you see it because of the limiting beliefs that you had that was projecting this reality that you currently have. Guys, this is killer information. Your body is just the vehicle. Your body is just the instrument. How do we play the instrument? How do we move the body? How do we move the body in the direction that we want it to go? Well, guess what? The mind is what controls the body, is what tells the instrument what to do. And if you don't understand the mind, and if you don't take charge of your mind and understand this, you will continue to live somebody else's life, somebody else's truth, somebody else's lie. You need to take ownership of your world, of your mind, and start to live the life that you want. This drawing right here has completely changed my life, and I promise you it will change your life too. Bob Proctor, this information, he was my mentor. Bob Proctor is the one who taught me this. And guess what? Somebody else taught Bob, and somebody else taught that person that taught Bob. Information is everything. Through repetition, right? Repetition tied with emotion, you can completely change everything. And I'm telling you right now, the only thing that is holding you back from getting the results that you want or moving in the direction that you want to go or having you feel a certain way is your ignorance, right? Just not knowing how you work. Take charge of the 5%. Take charge of the 5% because what you plug into through repetition is going to form more beliefs in the subconscious mind. And guess where all of your thoughts and your feelings, vibrations are coming from? They're coming from right here, and you're not aware of them. This is why Groundhog Day happens. This is why when you are consciously aware, you're like, why am I not getting the results that I want? Why does the same circumstances keep happening over and over? Remember, we are the problem and we are the solution. We are the only solution, and the solution is by becoming more aware of you and how you work. You got to fill your cup up. And once you fill your cup up, you can start to give. You can't give nothing that you haven't given yourself. Come on, people. So listen, guys, you can tell that I got a lot of passion in this. This is so everything to me. Listen, over the last 10, 15 years, I've been helping people lose weight, right? Helping people change their mind, helping people get in the best shape of their life. Because when you do get in the best shape of your life and you actually do it the right way and you change the root cause, everything in your world starts to change. But this is why most people are struggling. This is why most people are trying to force something and then they go right back or worse. Guys, pay attention. This will change your life. If you guys have any comments, any questions, if you guys need anything, please let me know. I am making this video purely out of passion, of wanting to help myself first, right? My old self. I'm always talking to myself. I'm always talking to the old version of me, the new version of me. And by talking to me, of talking to Kyle, hopefully I'm helping you guys. Hopefully you're like, damn, I never knew this. So listen, ask questions, hit the like button, subscribe, whatever. I'll see you guys on the next video.